What's up everyone, Raptor Rising here. Today we are going to fly a mission in the A-18 Hornet. It's an anti-ship strike. As it closes the canopy, is getting pretty loud. We're going to be using the AGM-84D Harpoon against two cargo ships that are transiting weapons in the Gulf of Hormuz, or the Strait of Hormuz, sorry. So, we're going to test our jet, get it going, and get
Engine
airborne.
fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
This mission was originally created using the standard Stennis. I upgraded it to the super carrier, populated the deck with some really cool looking aircraft, and just wanted to make it look a little more authentic.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right.
The visuals on this are just
fire.
insane. It's
APU
so awesome.
fire.
The
Bleed
best
air
part
left.
of the
Bleed
Hornet,
air left. Bleed air right.
obviously, is that
Bleed air
it's
right.
carrier capable. So while the Viper is land-based, I feel like there's not really much separating the two aircraft. You know, they're both pretty capable dogfighters. They're both very strong aircraft on the multi-role capability. But what really sets the Hornet apart is going to be the carrier operations. So.
One, airborne.
Set my bingo to around 3,000 pounds. 20% throttle. Get all those things ready to come alive when the aircraft spools up.
Roll left. Roll left.
Okay.
Enfield
Flight
1,
control.
passing waypoint 2
Flight
at
control.
4,500.
Crank the left engine. Deedle deedle. It's such a cool noise, isn't it? There we go. Alright. Sword heading alignment. The Hornet's startup sounds are just so awesome. That spooling growl that it makes as the engines fire up, just music to my ears. Alright, looks good. Just the flight controls. There they go. Excellent. Alignment will be done pretty quickly here. Set up the navigation stuff. Data link. Gotta have that. Alright.
Enfield 1, passing waypoint 3 at 5,000.
Cool. Bogs on. Okay, cool. I think we got a good jet. Set our trim up.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Alright, let's get on the catapult. Drop the wings. Safety officers tell me to drop my launch bar. Okay, we're hooked up. Tension's on. Retract, so it automatically retracts. Sweep the flight controls. Everything looks great. Alright, we're gonna rock and roll. Switch to IFA before we get off the ground. Salute. Freaking brilliant. Gears up and we're on our way. Do an autopilot altitude hold, and we will start bringing up the aircraft sensors. Get our RWR built-in test complete. Okay, cool. Looks great. Put the HUD mode on there. Should put those up. My A-120 set up just in case things go sideways. I don't think we're expecting any air threats, but just in case. I'll set that as a default for when those come up. And same there. Sidewinders. Alright. Couple more miles till we're outside of the aircraft carrier's safe space. Alright, start climbing now. Our SA page up. Get our lights on. And we're en route.
Enfield 1, passing waypoint 4 at 6,000.
Turning to waypoint 2. Now the targets are just past waypoint 3. I think about 30 miles or so, according to the briefing. So once we get past waypoint 2, we'll fence in, get all of our weapons configured, and we will then search for and hopefully destroy the 2 cargo ships with those bad boys right there. So at the time of this video's release, you know, we had some sad news in that the Marine Corps, who are the last operators of the Legacy Hornet in active duty, are no longer flying their Hornets off of aircraft carriers. They're now all land-based, probably the D models, I guess. So it's just down to Super Hornets and Joint Strike Fighters, F-35s, will be populating aircraft carrier decks, so a little bit of nostalgia going on here too. Definitely growing up, you know, in the 1980s and 90s, Legacy Hornet's been around for a long time. I've seen it at tons of air shows, so it's kind of the end of an era, but it is what it is, right? Time just keeps going. Alright, so in the interest of time, I'll start doing some time compression. Just get to the fight a little bit quicker here. Okay. Just outside of waypoint 2, we'll begin our fence in. Start with our master arm switch on. Lights off. Good. And we will configure our camera recorders. Get our weapons ready. We'll switch to waypoint 3 now. So we'll select our harpoon. It's got to time up, no big deal. Now, we'll go to our air-to-ground radar mode here. We're going to switch to C for tracking sea targets. And wouldn't you know it, there's a brick. That brick represents a target. Could be more than one. So what I'll do is I'll use the target designated cursor depress and select them. So there you go. You can see, not quite 100% on target there. Pretty close. Let's see if I can get it right on the money. These ships are not moving terribly quick. Yeah, that's pretty dang close there. Okay, so now we'll go over here to our weapons page, and we'll change the mode from bearing only launch to range and bearing. This should give the harpoon the information it needs to make a successful attack. I'm going to go all the way up to waypoint 3 before I release weapons. Just because right now we're 62 miles away from the targets, and I think the harpoon's capable of it, but it would also take a really long time to get to it. So let's not do that. So I've selected, I'm going to go seeker head as large. Terminal, I'll do a pop-up attack. Flight medium, that should be fine. I think we can actually toggle and see if we can find it on the map. Yeah, there it is. Quite far. Just past this island here. I think we just picked up a radar return from carrier battle group. I don't see anything ahead of us yet. It's a cool looking missile. It is huge. So there's that island we can see on the map. Never fails to impress me, the modeling detail. You can see the ribs on the back of the aircraft. It's so cool. Okay. Okay, we're 40 miles, just outside of waypoint 3. I will get to waypoint 3 and release. Yeah, okay. Weapon away. See what's going on there. Make sure everything's... Yeah, it looks like that was a good launch. Okay. So now we'll do the same mode and altercations there. We'll set up another harpoon. I want to try to give some spacing so that the second harpoon picks up the second target. You can kind of see two different bricks now. At 30 miles, I'll launch the next one. And the aircraft just wants to roll left now. It's all that weight from that that extra missile on the left wing there is just dragging it. Alright. Weapon away. I'm going to put the aircraft on a hold here. We'll just maintain this altitude in a turn. Yeah, so there's some spacing there, so that should work out, hopefully. Let's just watch these guys go. I'm going to use some time compression to speed things up. Okay, going for it. Oh, he's going for it. Looks like they both went for that second target. It's fine, I've still got 2 more harpoons. So I'm going to make a full turn. We'll recommit. Before they had the air-to-ground radar simulated in the Hornet, firing harpoons was a lot more complicated. You would have to kind of guesstimate where the targets were. You'd give it a bearing-only launch, or you could tell it to go to a certain waypoint and then turn whatever direction where you think the ships were, but this has really made it a piece of cake. And we are still really good on fuel. Alright, let's turn back in and fire off these two. So while I'm turning, get the thing set up again. I may have to redesignate the target. Oh, you can see the smoke out in the horizon. It's still tracking. Okay. Pull the TDC a little ahead of this guy. Okay. That'll do. So that's, yeah, reselect. Good. Let's see if I can set up the second one to do the same thing. So I just ripple these off. Yep, okay. Weapon away. Weapon away. Okay, both appear to be going in the right direction. That's good. At this point, we'll just turn cold and start going back to the aircraft carrier because there's not much I could do if those miss. Well, they appear to be going in the right direction, eh? Looks like they found something. Oh yeah. Just watch that go in. Boom! Excellent. Alright, mission accomplished. I'll just head back to the boat. Back to air radar. Bring our SAH page back up. Cool. Here we go. Again, I'll speed things up. Try to get back to the ship quicker. 40 miles away from the Stennis. We can see the TAC end information here. It's right here. I'll start fencing out. So turn off our radar warning receiver. Jammers off. That's off. Master arm off. Lights back on. Let's let Mother know we're coming home.
Marshall 010. Marking Mops 067440. Angels 21.5. State 7.9.
010. Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at 3,000. Altimeter is 2990. Case 1 recovery. Expected BRC 128. Report see me at 10.
010.
Got it. Alright, so now I'll just intercept that. Once we get past the Mother, we'll start descending. Ah, it sounds so cool. Alright. Use some time compression. Keep things moving along. Start turning toward Mother. Oh, there she is. That's home base right there. Okay.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, I'm the only aircraft in this stack, so I'm going to drop to 2,000 feet. We'll fly over Mother. Hopefully we'll get signal as Charlie, which will mean we're good to go for landing, and we'll turn back in. And hopefully we'll have a good landing. I'm really rusty in the Hornet. I flew it earlier and I ended up with a case 3, or I'm sorry, not a case 3. I got the 3-wire and an okay, but yeah, the approach up to that point was a little messy, so we'll see what happens.
010. See you at 10.
Update state, switch tower.
010. State 7.2.
Try to stay above 2,000. Let's checklist. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little fat. I should try to stay below 33,000 pounds of fuel, so I'm going to dump a little bit. A little heavy. Okay, so we'll make a circle around mother, turn around, and then we'll do our final approach. Get into the pattern and hopefully get back on deck safely. Yeah, we should be lean enough now. By the time we get back on the boat, it should be pretty safe. Okay, we're downwind. And start descending as well. Get down to 800 feet. Drop our hook. Beautiful day in the Persian Gulf. Flight deck looks clear, everyone's out of the way. Alright, here we go. You're coming down. Things really start happening quick. Looks like I'm on speed. Passing now. Begin our turn.
010. Or default. 5.4.
You're lined up left. Wave off, wave off.
Uh-oh. Well, not my best landing, and I was supposed to get off, but I was a little too late for that. So, I'll have some explaining to do, I figure. That's alright. This is why I do it from the comfort of my own home. Instead of, you know, getting chewed out by a air boss, IRL. Got the 2-wire though.
Flight controlled. Flight controlled.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Alright, we'll just start shutting her down.
Bingo. Bingo.
Start bleeding the hydraulics off. Getting somewhere. Okay, there we go. Alright, jet's cold now. Everyone, I appreciate you guys hanging around, watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe for more content from Raptor Rising. Had a lot of fun doing this one. I haven't flown the Hornet in a while. I think it showed in that landing. But, you know, any landing you can walk away from is a good one. Just gonna get chewed out by the air boss now, so, you know, hopefully I don't have to turn in my wings. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.